Good morning, dear students, and welcome back to my online class of chemistry. I hope that you all are fit and fine. And today I am going to teach you kinetic molecular theory of a matter. So let's start. What is kinetic molecular theory of a matter? Kinetic molecular theory means the theory which reveals that any substance, whether that solid, liquid or gas, is made of a tiny particles called atoms, molecules or ions, which are in constant motion is called kinetic theory of a matter. That means this theory is related to that motion of that particle of matter. You know that in solid the particles are vibrate in their mean position, and liquids they are their motion is there because they are the space between the particle is less, and in gases they randomly motion. So this theory is related to the motion of the particle of matter. So now we discuss that the main postulates of kinetic theory of matter. So what are the main postulates? The first one is the composition of matter. That means how the matter is made up of. You know that the matter is made up of tiny particles. That means all the states of matter, even in the solid, liquid or gas, all the states of matter are made up of tiny particles. That is called what? Atoms, molecules or ion. That means matter is composed of very small particles called atoms or molecules or ions. The next one is interparticle space. Interparticle space means the space between the particles. Okay, even in the solid, liquid or gas. That means the particles have a space or gaps between them, which is known as intermolecular space. Okay, and the space existing between them, between the particles, are known as interparticular space. And the next one is interparticle attraction. That means there is a force of attraction between the particles of matter which holds them together, and this force of attraction is known as what? Interparticular or intermolecular force of attraction. All the particles, even the solid, liquid and gases, okay, all the particles have that force of attraction. In case of solid, the force of attraction is more, and in case of liquids it is less, and in gases it is very least, okay, the force of attraction. And the next one is that energy possessed by the particles of matter. That means the particles are, you know that particles are continuously or randomly in motion position, and they possesses that time what? They possesses energy, and that energy is known as what? Kinetic energy. Are you clear? That means what? All the particles of the matter, they are randomly in motion and they possesses energy, and that energy is known as a kinetic energy. And see that particles of matter, that means always in the state of motion, that means they are always random in motion and possesses kinetic energy, and which increase within increasing in temperature and decrease in that means decrease when temperature will be less. So these are the main postulates of kinetic theory of matter. That means what are the main postulates? First one is composition of matter, interparticle space, interparticular force of attraction, and the energy possessed by the particles of matter. So these are the main postulates of kinetic theory of matter. Now we have to discuss that that kinetic theory of matter applicable to that solid, liquid as well as gases. So we have to explain that states of matter. States of matter, you know, that solid, liquid and gases. We have to explain that states of matter based on kinetic theory of matter. So first one, see, in case of solid, okay, first we will discuss that in solid. See the diagram, you have to find out that solid, liquid and gases are there. In solid, the particles, you can see that particles of solids, they are very closely packed and there is a strong force of attraction between the particles. And the intermolecular space is almost negligible. You can see the solid. Okay, see here the space between the particles is very negligible. As a result, what? The force of attraction is more. That means the molecules are therefore not free to move because the space are negligible. So the particles cannot be moved. They only vibrate in their mean position. All of you clear that? In case of solid, the particle space between the particles is minimum and the force of attraction due to this space is minimum, the force of attraction is maximum and the kinetic energy of molecule in solid is least. Okay, then you have to discuss in case of liquids. In liquids, the particles or the space between the particle is slightly more than solid. That is, they are not very far from each other but slightly more space as comparison to that solids. So that interparticle attraction between the particle is less, okay, as comparison to solid. Due to in solid what? The particles are closely packed, so the force of attraction is more. But here what? In liquids the particles are less space, so the force of attraction is less as comparison to solids. And the kinetic energy of molecule in liquid is large. Okay, the kinetic energy, because the particles are little far from each other, so they possesses some energy because they can move. In solid what? They cannot be moved, but in liquid they can be moved. So they will possesses the least energy. That means they possesses large energy as comparison to that solid. But in solid the particles possesses least energy. Now we have to see that diagram of gas particles. You can see that arrow mark is there. That means they can be bombardment. They can be randomly motion in all direction. Okay. See here, because the particles are far from each other, so they randomly move. So here that interparticle space between the particle is comparatively very large as comparison to solids and liquids. That means the particles are very far from each other. Okay, and so that the interparticular of attraction, that means the force of attraction is what? Negligible. They have least force of attraction because the particles are very far from each other. That means the space is more, so the force of attraction is least. And the kinetic energy possessed by the molecule, okay, in case of gas is very large. Okay, that means in case of gas they possesses more kinetic energy. So these are that kinetic theory of matter which are applicable to solid, liquid and gases. So now we have to discuss that comparison, okay, the properties of matter in case of solid, liquid and gases. Okay, that means what are the properties they follow? That means on the basis of solid, liquid and gases, what are the properties? So see, on the basis of you know that the matter they possesses three states, that solid, liquid and gas. The first one, see, on the basis of mass. Because of solids, the particles are very closely packed, so they have that means they have definite mass. And liquid also they have definite mass, and in gas they have definite. That means because of their matter they have a definite mass. The next one is shape. Solid have a definite shape because of what? The particles are tightly packed. Okay, and when you give the temperature also, what happen? Because there is no space in between the particle, so they will be vibrate only. Okay, in their mean position, so they have a definite shape. And liquids liquid what happen? They acquires the shape of the container. Okay, because of, see, the particles are little far from each other, so they will be acquire the shape of the container where you pour. Even if you pour in the glass, the shape of the particles is like glass structure. Okay, that means where you will be poured, they will be acquired the shape of the container. In the same case, you have to find in the gases. That means they also acquire the shape of the container. The next one is volume. Volume in solid, they have a definite volume, and in liquids, they have also definite volume, but in gas, they have no definite volume. Okay. The next one is compressibility. In solid, you know that the particles are tightly packed. So what happens? The no space is there, so you can't be compress it. Can you compress the stone? Stone is a solid state. Or wood, can you compress it? No. Because of what? There is no space. So it is not possible in case of a solid. But in liquid what happen? They are the space between the particle is less, so it quietly compressible. Osmol that means little compress. Okay, and in gases, because of the particles are far from each other, there is a large space in between them, and the force of attraction is least. So what happen? The compressibility is more in case of gas. The next one is fluidity. Fluidity, that means can a solid be flow? That means flow. Okay. That wood can be flow? No. So it is not possible. And liquid can flow and gases also rapidly flow. Then rigidity. Rigidity means what? That means that hard in structure. Okay. In solid, they are very hard. Okay. That means highly rigid. And in liquid, that is less rigid. But in gases, they are very, that means they are not rigid. Okay. That means solid, they are very hard rigid. That means very hard. And liquid, that is not rigid, and gases also not rigid. The next one is diffusion. Diffusion means what? That means spreading. Okay, the spread. The particles are spread, or the movement. So diffusion, that means you know that in case of solid, the particles are closely packed. So when you give the temperature, they cannot be spread. That means they will vibrate in their mean position. So the diffusion is very slow. And in liquid the diffusion is fast, and in gases very fast. The diffusion is very fast. You know that if you that fragrance, that means the smoke, you know that it can be flow, that means it will be diffused very fast. The next one is space between the particles. As we know that solid particles, there is a negligible space in between the particles, and in a liquid they have less closely packed, that means there is a little space in between the particle, and in gases they have large space. And the last one, that is intermolecular force. That means you know that in solid the particles are tightly packed, so the force of attraction is more in case of solid, less in case of liquid, and very less, that means least in case of gases. So these are that properties of solid, liquid and gas. That means the comparison between that solid, liquid and gas. The properties of solid, liquid and gas. So now we have to discuss that states of or the change of state of matter. Okay, what is change of state of matter? Change of state of matter means that means you know that matter means what? You can be find in three different states, that is solid, liquid and gas. So matter may change from one state to another state by change in temperature and pressure. Okay, that means when you give the temperature, okay, from the figure you can find out, see, solid, liquid and gases, what happen? That means if you are taken ice cube, water and vapor, what happens? See, ice, when you give the temperature, it will be converted into liquid. Okay, and when you give more temperature, it will be converted into vapor. Again, when you will be cool it, that means you will be increase the pressure, it will be converted into liquid and liquid to solid. So what you find? The matter will be changed from one state to another state on change in temperature and pressures. And this change is known as what? Change of state of a matter. Are you clear now? That means the matter will be changed from one state to another state by changing of temperature and pressures. So today, next period, we have to discuss that interconversion of matter. Thank you.